Welcome, everybody, to the Smack Talk Awards 2012. Now, for those of you who don't know about this, these are a series of videos. It's going to be 10 parts. This is part 1 of the technical awards, but there's going to be 3 parts to it. Another 3 parts, and then 1 part individually. And these are, I contribute to a show called Smack Talk for the SmarkOutMoment website. And since I can't be there when they're filming the actual awards, these are my video responses to kind of comply with, me being on the show and whatnot, and my opinions on wrestling at the end of the year. So there's going to be 10 parts. This is the first of which. They're all going to be video responses to the actual SmarkOutMoment website's uploads. And every time they make an upload, I upload these as a video response. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the Technical Awards, Part 1 for 2012. For me, we have Most Underrated and Overrated. I thought the most underrated of the year was Alex Riley. Now, we haven't seen him used at all over the course of 2012 at all. I mean, he got one fluke win over Dolph Ziggler when Chris Jericho kind of was distracting him, cost him a match. This is in the build-up to SummerSlam. And then other than that, we see him sparingly. We've seen him get tossed in the Rumble. He was like the first time he got tossed by Miz. But we haven't seen him. And this guy, he's got great charisma, great mic skills. He really could be a star with the proper push, and they just haven't been using him. There's rumors that John Cena got really pissed off at him and put him in the doghouse. I don't know if they're true or not, but there's absolutely no reason why Alex Riley shouldn't be on TV at all. I mean, the guy doesn't even get TV time. I don't think he gets TV time on Superstars. Now, that's saying something. So, yeah. Most overrated is Sheamus. Yes. His title reign was painfully forced, painfully boring for the most part. He had one great match with Daniel Bryan at Extreme Rules. We had to suffer through like a 6-month feud with Alberto Del Rio that went absolutely nowhere. And then the only saving grace was like his feud with the Big Show, to where he finally dropped the title to Big Show in their first pay-per-view match. Painfully boring, painfully dull. I'm sure it could have been a lot better. But this year it was nothing but here, painfully forced, pushed face right here, big Irishman like him, it felt so contrived, and I didn't like it too much. So for me, that title reign and just the Super Sheamus push in general was just the most overrated thing I had to endure all year. Best and worst title reigns. The best obviously goes to CM Punk and his still going WWE Championship reign that actually started at the end of last year. Survivor Series 2011. November 20th, 2011, CM Punk defeated Alberto Del Rio to become the WWE Champion. That reign has not ended. To this day, he is still the champion. And we all know that he's going on to the Royal Rumble to defend against The Rock, which will be a very interesting feud heading into the new year that I look forward to seeing progress on television. But no reign can compare. I mean, at this point, it's over 400 days in length. It's the longest reign in a quarter century. Not counting all the few wrestlers. There's a few reigns that have been over 1,000 days or 2,000 days, like Bruno Sammartino's 2 reigns and Hulk Hogan's reign and Pedro Morales' reign. Punk's is the longest of like modern history, pretty much. We're talking like. Like 1980, like we're talking like even the 1990s to now, or maybe even earlier than that. It's the longest reign since Pedro Morales' reign and Hulk Hogan's original Hulkamania reign. To me, it's the best title reign of the year. Put on some of the best matches and really gave us a really entertaining heel turn too, so I don't see how anybody can argue against it. The worst title reign of this year was Santino Marella's U.S. title reign, and the reason I hated this so much was because not only did Santino make the title pretty much a joke, and he was very fluky throughout the entire title reign, but I felt that this should have been Zack Ryder's title reign. I mean, Zack Ryder had so much momentum going into 2012 that You know, him dropping it to Jack Swagger for no reason before the Royal Rumble during that whole Kane fiasco, which was just fucking horrible. I felt that he really should have had that reign. Like, he should have went into 2012 and held it as long as Santino did. Maybe he could have been the one to finally lose it to Antonio Cesaro to give him more heat. Santino winning the title did nothing for me. The whole time he was reigning, I felt it should have been Ryder's reign. And the title would have been done a lot better being on Ryder that whole time than being on Jack Swagger than Santino. Useless, and made the title look like a complete joke until Cesaro took it. So, that's that. And of course, best and worst entrances. I think the best entrance still has to go to Mr. CM Punk. I love every time he comes out there, you know, the whole best in the world when he gets on the turnbuckle, clobbering time, when he makes his way down to the ring. It's an entrance of a champion. You know that you're going to get something great whenever CM Punk walks down to the ring. I don't know, there's just something about his entrance on a weekly basis that just kind of jazzes me up for whatever he's doing, whether he's coming out to cut a promo or he's going to put on a match. You're in for something. You're in for a treat when CM Punk makes his entrance out into the arena. The worst entrance goes to Tensai. Every time he enters, the entire arena dies. Whether he was in Shredder outfit or just walking around in his giant red diaper, he just looks like a complete joke every time he gets out of the ring, into the ring. You know, Matt Bloom's WWE return, total flop, horrible. The entrance is no different. So yeah, that's all I really have to say for part 1. Check out part 2 coming up in a little bit. We'll be entering part 2 of the technical awards.